Hi, and welcome back. We are here for another week for summer 2021 crafting with the adults. Today we are going to take you step by step through one of the crafts that I have created for you guys. Feel free to pause the video at any time if you need to. This project takes some time and I might speed it up a little bit just for the video, so feel free to pause if you need to, and we'll keep going. Some of our craft projects have been pre-done already, so you might need to just pause a little bit. So I think we are going to get going. This is week 3, and we are making resin bookmarks. Has anybody ever worked with resin? I got this idea from Miss Page. Her and her friend did a bunch of resin stuff, and she had really cute things to show, and I thought, how cute would it be if we made some bookmarks for you guys? So I'm just going to do a little close-up here. You guys can see the flowers. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. We've got some flowers in there and some clear resin. And this is just really fancy and fun and cute, and they're not too thick. You can put it in your book and it's not going to break the binding or anything. That's what I was worried about. So we are going to do that. So first things first, you're going to want to get out your box. It's going to look like this. Sorry, we're really close up because this is a craft that you need to see pretty closely. So you're going to get this box here. Yours is not going to say demo. Yours is going to say week 3 kit down here. You also have in your box a cup that says week 3. You're going to want to get that out. And everything in your box is going to be, you're going to have this bookmark mold, and you're going to have a smaller mold that looks something like this. You're probably going to have a different shape than mine. You'll have some, we call this fake snow, it's like glittery stuff, and some glitter, and you'll have a bag of flowers. You'll have a shiny piece of rope like this. We're going to make a keychain out of these. It's pretty cool. You're going to have one of these hoop rings. You're going to have 2 popsicle sticks, some gloves, and you're going to have resin and hardener in these 2 containers here. So what we're going to do, oh, and I don't know if I told you, you're going to have some, some wax paper in there too. So we'll take the wax paper, put this down on the table, and we're going to take our bookmark and we're going to put that down. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be on a very flat surface because you want this to dry evenly. And put it on your wax paper so you don't ruin your table, because if you get resin on your table, it's kind of hard to get off. So we'll lay this flat. You can even lay your little charm guy here too. And we're going to put our gloves on. When you get resin on your hands, it's also hard to get off. So we will put our gloves on. And we are going to start with, I'm going to move this back just a little bit here. We're going to start by pouring in our hardener and our resin. Yes, these are separate for a reason. Once you mix these together, it's going to be able to harden once it sets, or it's going to set once it gets hardened. So when you're working with resin, you need to make sure you have equal parts of resin and hardener. And we are going to scoop this out of here and put it into our big container here. And we want to get every last drop because equal parts is very important to have. Otherwise this just doesn't set right. So just keep on scraping, and I use this side of the little cup here to scrape it out. One last scrape here. So that was my hardener. We'll set that aside. You can use the same popsicle stick. And we're going to pour in the resin now. And we're just going to keep scraping until we have it all into the big cup. I gave you the big cup because it's easier to mix in once you combine these together. And the beauty about all this is that you can buy this stuff at the store. We actually bought ours on Amazon because we were buying bulk. But you can go to Hobby Lobby, you can go to Michael's and buy this stuff. I found mine, I use this stuff at home all the time. I make lots of stuff with my kids. And I found mine at Hobby Lobby. So, all right, now I am going to get my timer over here and we're going to mix this for 3 minutes. You have to mix for at least 3 minutes. Otherwise, again, it just won't set. It just won't look right. So I'm going to start my timer for 3 minutes and I'm going to mix slowly. You don't want to mix too fast, otherwise you're going to create bubbles and it's just going to look funny. And it just kind of gets a little cloudy and then it goes back to being translucent and you can see right through it. So I'm going to mix and I'll see you in a minute. So we've got about 10 seconds left and we are scraping the sides here. We're going through the middle and we are mixing. Now, I did tell you, okay, now we can stop. I did tell you if you mix slow enough there will be no bubbles. There are going to be some bubbles, but if you mix too fast you're going to get huge bubbles in there that just can't pop. So, little bubbles, okay. I will show you that. See? You can see through it. Nice and clear. Okay, so we're going to move our little bookmark back here. Make sure you guys can see. And we are going to, let's see, let's get out our flowers first. We can pour these onto the table. Okay, so we've got some nice pretty flowers here. Can you guys see those? There we go. Got some yellow ones and some orange ones. I got a nice long one here. Go ahead and you can open up your tweezers also. This just helps you put the flowers into the resin so you don't get it everywhere. And these flowers are kind of delicate. So, all right, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm gonna move these up a little bit again, is we're going to take our resin and we're going to use this popsicle stick kind of as a spoon. So just slowly, this is going to take some time, so slowly just take your popsicle stick and just put a very thin layer of this resin down in your bookmark. You can kind of spread this out a little bit. We just want a nice thin layer because what we're going to do is we're going to put our flowers in there and then we're going to put another layer over the flowers. Now, my suggestion is, this is going to look kind of weird, but you kind of get down here and you make sure that you're getting in all the cracks, see, and all the little spaces that the resin might not be going to. So you might have to get a little close. So I know it looks funny, but I'm gonna just come back up here so you guys can see me. And we're just filling in a little at a time. So now that we've got that nice thin layer of resin poured, bring it back again here. We're going to take our flowers here. See? And if they're too big, you can go ahead and maybe cut it right down the middle. I'll show you guys that. That's kind of fun to do. So I'm going to cut this down the middle here. And then I'm going to take my tweezers. Oh, don't drop it in there like that. And you can lay it on the side so it looks like it's coming in from the side there. And you just kind of lay it in there and push it down a little bit. Just be careful because these are really delicate. So just push that down in there. And then I think, actually I'm going to take this one here if I can get it. And I'm going to put that right in the middle there. And you just, again, lay it down, push it down a little bit. Okay. And then I might take this little flower and very carefully, I think I'm just going to take one of these petals and put it in here. And don't be afraid to overlap these, because then it's going to look fun on both sides. So we'll put that in there. And then I think maybe I'll take the other side of my yellow flower. I think I'm going to put it down here on this side. A little tip if you guys continue to do this on your own. This resin starts getting hard, the ones that you already mixed, after about 45 minutes. So make sure you have a plan before you mix it. And I think I'll take this guy here. I think I'm going to overlap him up here. And I'll just put him down a little bit. And what else? Maybe taking this guy. And I have actually used part of my tweezers as kind of like a piece of scissors because they're so delicate that you can just kind of snip that off of there. And I think, let's see, maybe I'm going to put him down here with the other yellow flower. And I think I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Okay. So once you've got a design that you like with your flowers, go ahead and pick up your resin again that you've already mixed, maybe swirl it around a little bit, and then you're just going to use your popsicle stick again, and you're just going to very lightly put another layer of resin over your flowers. Now, be careful when you put this top layer over because you don't want your top layer of resin to go to be taller than the outsides of your bookmark. Otherwise it's going to be too fat and then it'll be uneven and you won't want to put it in your book. So we can just dab some of this on here like before. And then again, what I like to do is I like to get way down here. I don't know if you guys can even see me still. I like to get down here and just look and make sure that it's all even. And if I see that, you know, I've got too much in one spot, I can just kind of drag it down a little bit and make it even again. So I'm going to go ahead and put this top layer of resin on. Okay guys, so I have the top layer of my resin down over my flowers that I just put in. And we're going to let this dry for 24 hours, not a minute sooner. It needs the full 24 hours to dry. If you want to do this at room temperature, make sure the room is not too cold or not way too humid, kind of like the weather that we've been having the past few days. Just make sure it's in a nice room temperature room to dry, so 24 hours. Now, if you go back in 24 hours, I'm going to show you how to peel this out with another piece that I have, but if you wait the 24 hours and you go back and it's still kind of bendy a little bit, go ahead and let it dry for another few hours. You could even wait a whole nother day, just whatever you prefer. Just make sure it sits to the side, you don't move it too much, otherwise it's going to dry kind of wonky and it'll be bumpy. Another tip that I have for you, if you lay that first layer of resin down and you put your flowers in and then wait about 10 minutes, that bottom layer is going to dry a little bit with the flowers in it. If you don't have time to wait and you just want to make a quick little bookmark for your friend or something, you can put them in. Just make sure that you're kind of pushing your flowers back down a little bit after a few minutes, because they do tend to float up to the top again. So you can just take your tweezers and push them down. Maybe one moved a little bit, you can move it back to where you wanted it. But they look pretty good. I'll just press that down a little bit. And we have a resin bookmark. How fun is that? Move it back here so you guys can see again. Fun, fun, fun. All right. So, we have our bookmark. Now we've got our little charm guy over here. Gave you an extra one. We've still got some resin left. So what we're going to do is, you can use as much of this or as little of this as you want. But we're going to take our little bags here of fun things. And we'll just open this up. And we're just going to pour it right on in here. I like lots of sparkles, so I'm going to use the whole bag. And we'll open this guy up. And we're going to pour all the glitter in. The glitter likes to stick to the bag. So we'll kind of give him a little shaky. And then you just mix this up. Don't have to mix it too much. Just make sure all the little sparklies are all over the place. And this charm's going to be real easy. All we have to do... Oh, I got a flake on the table here. Get in there. All we're going to do is, again, we're going to take our little popsicle stick here. And you just kind of spoon this in here. And you can fill it all the way to the top. Just make sure that it doesn't go over the border. We'll just fill this up. And we don't have to put anything extra in here. Unless maybe you guys have some charms or something at home that you'd like to put inside. You could put stickers in here. You can put, I've seen people put erasers. People dry their own flowers. We just bought these flowers off of Amazon. But I've seen people dry their own flowers, and you can look up lots of videos on resin on YouTube. It's really fun. So I'm just going to get down here. Yep, I need a little bit more. Make sure you fill it all the way up to the top. And look at it again. Yeah, I think we're good. See how I'm dripping a little on the sides here? That's why you want to work with the wax paper. So we've got our little charm filled here. And again, we're going to let that dry for 24 hours. And then I will show you the finished product again for the bookmark. So these are pretty cool. We gave you some tassels. And it's going to come out, and it's, let's see, nice and hard. It doesn't move around. And I will show you, I'm going to carefully move this out of the way a little bit. I will show you, I already poured one of these little charms. I've got some different shapes. And once this is hard, all you're going to do is just carefully peel the sides. And if you noticed, well, I'll show you. And then you just kind of, it should just pop right out. Now, this little knobby guy here, you should have noticed on the one that you just did. That's to put a hole in the resin. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up close enough to that. There should be a little tiny hole right there. That's so you can make jewelry, necklaces, earrings, whatever you want out of this. I gave you some stuff to make a keychain. So we'll take this one that's already dried, and we're just going to take our black rope here, and we'll put it through the hole here. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie this like that so it stays in one spot. And then I'm going to take my little ring here. These, if you push them the opposite way, this will come apart, so then you can put it on your big keychain that you use every day. But I will just close that back up for now. And I'm going to put this through here. And if you guys figure out another way to tie these, that would be cool. But I am just going to tie that on there. I can double knot it. And then you can just cut these extra pieces off. Or you can leave them on if you like them. And now you've got a keychain. I'm going to take these gloves off so I can show you this here. You've got a cool keychain, a resin keychain. You can show all your friends that you do resin now. Pretty cool, huh? So, just to recap, here's our resin projects that we did. Make sure you let these dry for 24 hours, otherwise they're still going to be soft and they're going to dry wonky. With our extra resin, you can just toss that unless you do resin at home and you've got more molds. That would be cool. Actually, I have found out that you can use the cooking molds that they use for cooking, like, or the chocolate molds. You can find those at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, like food cooking stores. And you can use those because they go in the oven so they're nice and firm. They're like a silicone mold. So I've got some of those at home. I've got a pizza one and a cheeseburger. I also have the alphabet mold and coasters and dominoes and just all kinds of things that you can do with these molds. But I thought a bookmark was pretty fitting for the library. So I don't think I have to tell you anything else. If you have any questions, feel free to just call the library. You can ask for me or Paige. She knows how to do this too. I know this one is a little more involved, but that's okay because I thought this was a great project to do. So, thank you for watching. You can check out our other videos on our YouTube channel. Feel free to send us pictures. You can bring in your projects. We'd love to see them. And you can stop by the library this summer. We're doing gift bag giveaways, one a week. You come and you get an entry for each day that you check out a book, and then we put that in the box and draw names on Saturday, and then we'll give you a call if you won. Congratulations if you win. And send us pictures at facebook.com/Earlville Public Library, and we will see you next week for another adult craft. Thank you for watching. Bye!